The shark has.
You don't think we MTN on the paint everywhere yellow, so then we paint the cow and water yellow. Hey, that time we say now only call and text messages a day. Now we don't ready to make your life even brighter with our new MTN Yafu saying we carry plenty better inside. This one now be better way you could collect a small like a contribution. No, this one now see the heart. Just buy MTN Yafu SIM, load 100 naira before you open your eye, close them. 800 naira, don't sit down, they wait for you inside your phone. I no carry water for motor, load 100 naira and 800 naira don't be your phone. They wait make you take a call any network or browsers you like. The one we can suit me passing and say anytime when you load the credit, don't open better to make you begin to use WhatsApp for free without any warning. So therefore, begin to send that picture to Nkechi or that video to Sandra anywhere with them day. What do you they waiting for? Kariwaka, go buy your new MTN SIM. Make you begin enjoying nyafu.
You want music where go cool your temper. Music where go ginger your swagger.
Enemies don't go buy kerosene.
Music where go totori your belly. Scatter your dada and be Afro, Brazilian, Peruvian, or even if your hair be like Trump. Just download Music Plus app, the correct place where you fit get all the Niger and abroad bedu as they hot for Africa. Download now for Google Play or Apple App Store. Make you begin to enjoy better bedu we no get full stop, even if you no get data. And the price, no dey tear pockets. We had sleepless nights for weeks before his first tooth appeared. Then it finally came, and he never stopped smiling the whole day. When he took his first step, he went straight to the kitchen. And on his first day in school, I couldn't hold back the tears of joy. Now that he has come of age, I can't wait to see what his reaction will be when I give him his first MTN smartphone tomorrow.
This season, surprise your child with an MTN smartphone for as low as 13,000 naira with a 3-month data bonus offer available at all designated MTN stores nationwide.
Dissecting the major news stories daily. This is the Morning Digest with Jimi Disu.
Right. Good morning, everybody. This is Morning Digest with Jimi Disu on Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. I must say that this bed I will repeat again. I just love it. Even my guest in the studio was nodding his head, which is no surprise because Majek is Muyiwa Majek. You remember the good old Jazzville days. Muyiwa is here today. I didn't tell him, but we're going to pay tribute to him at 60. He turned 60 last Saturday.
That sounds ominous.
Is that what is
Majek
it?
at 60.
Yeah, Majek at 60. you're getting closer and closer to the departure lounge.
I think you're 70 this year, right?
Before we go, I'd like to extend my condolence to our good friend Koloke, who lost his wife.
I didn't.
Yes,
realize.
I just got to know of it. Lost his wife. She's been buried today.
Yes.
The service is at, I think it's at Harbour Point. Koloke.
That's right.
And ironically, his wife is also the sister of another friend, an old woman. Amigo, yes. Our condolences to them. We would have loved to be there, but I have to be here to earn a living. So may she just rest in peace.
Amen.
The one thing about getting older, Muyiwa, is you just keep seeing people dropping off.
You have more experience than I do. You know that.
Now, I'm sure all of you know that today is Friday. And Friday is a day when, rather than talk about politics,
thank God,
talk about headsmen and stuff like that,
thank God,
we just let our hair down, on this program for Friday.
Anyway, thank you for inviting me.
Oh yes, I mean,
hi to the guys outside.
Is the least that I can do. In all honesty, it's the least that I can do.
Most overwhelmed when you
Congratulations.
said I should get on board. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know that I couldn't buy the present that I said I will get you. I got something smaller. But this will fill in the gap.
All in good time.
I don't have a
good things. Wait, good things. Come to those who wait.
By the time you're 70,
by the time I'm 70, you'll be 90, I think.
If you like, we're going to go. And also, a lot of our common friends have also, when they heard that you were coming, said I should say happy birthday to you in arrears.
Thank you so much.
Tola said that.
Tola.
Yes.
Does he listen to this? I hope he listens.
He's listening now.
Tola
doesn't miss.
I haven't seen you in years too.
Yeah, Tola says hi. Tunji Ladna was here yesterday.
Yes.
He said hi. Your children did a terrible thing. A nice thing and a terrible thing. They had a surprise for you. They forget that you belong to a larger family. So they kidnapped you, took you out of the way, but I think we'll still have something for you. We'll have a small barbecue for you.
When? Where? Your place? That would be good. That would be good. But my children did a great job last week Saturday.
I heard so.
Completely threw me off balance. And
as at Thursday, you didn't know what was going on.
What do you mean? As at Saturday, 11 o'clock, I had no idea. 12 o'clock, I had no idea what was going on.
I thought you were still sulking that these people haven't planned anything.
No, I wasn't sulking. I really wanted a quiet,
a quiet thing.
Reflective.
Majek.
Yes.
Majek into 60 is not an easy. It's not an easy age.
Yeah, but when you spend the last 60, 50 years of your life,
yes,
living suicidally, you know what I mean? you must,
like you're on the racetrack.
You're on the racetrack, or the racetrack is even on you. It goes without saying. You must slow down. In fact, it's not your mind. Your body may say yes, but your mind says no.
Have you gotten to the point where sometimes you want to pick something, and then if there's somebody nearby, you call Oyinko, come and help me pick this book here. Have you gotten to that point?
God forbid. I know you have.
I
know you have.
As you grow older, sometimes you just get. When I say lazy, not physically, but sometimes you even want to pee. You're lying down, you're sitting down, you're watching TV, you want to pee. What wakes me up is the warning of my doctor that says, anytime you have the slightest urge to go to the toilet, quickly run there and don't hold it.
The worst one, I take the worst one.
Yes.
Is when you go to pee and you wait 1 minute.
That one can be terrible.
You wait 1 minute.
For the thing to come on.
I went to a show. In fact, got me tickets for a show last week Sunday at Terra Culture.
Yes.
And during the intermission,
that's the heavy wind show?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome.
I haven't watched
it. It was, believe you me, it was awesome.
I think it's still on.
Yes. I'll be allowed. It's on. So
how much is the ticket? Let me see if I can afford it.
Oh, you got paid $5,000. $5,000 for the tickets. Yes, my daughter said
who can sponsor me? This, January, you know what it's like.
Maybe your uncle is listening to this show. Maybe she'll be able to sponsor me.
My favorite uncle.
So I went to the bathroom, and there was a long queue. So I had to wait 45 seconds for the thing to come out.
And people were banging the door.
No, they weren't banging the door. They were being very patient with me.
Yeah, Papa,
come out, come out, out.
No, but there are two kinds. There's also the one when sometimes when the thing go hook you like this before you get to
it sprinkles.
That's why all my agbadas now, I don't use rope again. I remember in my beer drinking days, Babati correct, Babati wa. And you want to get to the toilet, then you pull the first rope and pull it wrongly. Then you start struggling. You sometimes Babati correct, you want to bend down as if your teeth can help you. So for a very long time, all my brothers have had the rubber whatever with the slits so like pajamas.
You too.
Yes, it happens to everybody.
I didn't know. I thought it was just me.
We will. I'm sure one or two elderly people will call in and tell us.
It's nice to know that we're not alone.
No, we are not alone.
Predicament.
As you get older, because it's a daytime show.
Yes.
The most embarrassing one, we cannot talk about it now.
Which is what?
No, where you have to wait.
Oh, that one.
That one. Yes. Sometimes you just sit back and pray.
Yes,
that I hope this will not disappoint me.
Well, that's the fall of the kingdom.
That's the fall of the kingdom. That's what you will be. You have to sit back and wait that. Don't. And then the sad thing is that the more anxiety you have over whether the Titanic will rise or not, the less functional it will become. But the funny
thing is that you don't even think about it these days.
No, you don't.
I mean, at 18, 19, 20, 21, 26, 23, I mean, it was suicidal.
I knew you. Do you know how long we've known each other, Muyiwa? I think we met in 1975.
76.
Unilag.
How many years? Come on, I failed maths. How many years is that?
Esther's the current Unilag student. Esther, 76 to 9, how many years? Olodo, how many years? She can't think fast. That's the technological age. She's bringing out her phone and doing calculator.
40-something years.
40-something
years?
Yes.
Oh, you're an old man.
42
years.
Esther got it.
And he's already a grandfather.
So a lot of our friends are, they're saying, even, you like in Sulere.
Yes, I think so. Yes,
you like in Sulere at Adelabu.
Yes. It's been years though.
She too. She says that.
Memories, man.
Memories.
Fun memories, yes.
Right. Today is fun day. You can call in 0809-1913-913, 0809-222-0913, 0809-234-5913, 012367913, 012802913, 01228033913. So, let me now ask you. I'm sure you were very full-grown adult in the Igbobi College way back then when you left. You did your A-levels.
I did O and A-levels.
And A-levels. You know the state, even if you didn't know the state of the country, you knew the state of your state.
That's right.
Environment.
At that time.
Do you get a sense of disappointment these days when you see things happening around you?
Disappointment, dismay, trepidation, fear, anger.
Wow.
Anger. It's a mixed grill. It's a mixed grill of feelings. I think I don't think we were prepared for the change. I'm not saying we were protected then, but we had values. We were talking about values.
No, for protection, let's say we felt a sense of protection.
Yes.
You could walk the streets at any time.
Yes. I'm not even talking about, the parental protection, the values that we brought up with. No one ever thought that the society would descend into this kind of decadence and confusion and what have you. There's so much confusion, religious confusion, political confusion, tribal confusion. I mean, we had Igbo neighbors, we had Hausa neighbors. There were no differences. I think that time we had the old national anthem, though tribe and tongue may differ.
In brotherhood,
that meant a lot.
Why did we discard the old national anthem?
I think it was more of sentiment. I think because it was written by
some Igbo woman.
So
what?
I think it was
we didn't discard the name Nigeria.
Well, true. But I think that's the reason. But I really,
because this Arizo compared to us is a bit too militant for me.
It's not just militant. It's just meaningless. I'm sorry to say it's meaningless.
Yeah,
when I say meaningless,
okay, let's look at the wordings of the old anthem.
And the Nigerian
for people like Esther, who I'm sure. Esther, do you know the old anthem? Yeah, you. They taught you in secondary school. Okay, let's. I think it was Nigeria we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all are proud to serve our sovereign motherland. That made more sense than arise, oh combat.
Yes. And then the second verse too is a prayer. It's a prayer.
I don't know the second one.
No, it's a prayer.
Do you know it?
And because God our leaders, right? Look, words are meaningless when you refuse to live what you proclaim. It's empty words, just empty words. So we have a bunch. Let me not say please because I don't want to say. I don't want this radio station closed down, please.
No. Let me come and let my living tomorrow. I beg you. But if you look at this new anthem, which is new to us,
yes,
because I don't know it in full. Still, the funny thing about life is when it comes to things like anthem, is what you were taught in primary school that you know all your life.
Yes, that sticks. Yes.
If I have to go for screening in the National Assembly now, they tell me to sing this. I still call it the new national anthem. I go to look them now.
Lie, because you will be prepared, because that will be the question they will ask.
I can't cram again now.
Always
Can you still cram?
Cram?
You remember what you used to call cramming? Can you still cram?
Do I remember my name sometimes? I wake up in the morning. Who am I this morning?
The one that happens sometimes is you see somebody. I mean, there's a guy who works with me.
Yes.
In my estate. He works with the estate. He's as first thing in the morning. He's with me till. One day I wanted to call him, and I was looking at him, and I was trying to, and I was fighting with him myself, and he was watching a movie on his phone. He was sitting right across me. I didn't want to say or whatever, because it would sound odd to him. Usually I just call him like a Christian, and I was looking and I was asking myself, what is this guy's name?
Jimmy, let me tell you a true story.
Yeah.
I want you to imagine a situation where I plan to come to your house.
Yes.
I plan to come to your house.
Yes.
And I'm driving towards your house.
Yes.
And I get out from my car.
Yes.
And I knock on your door.
Yes.
And Esther opens the door.
How can you knock on my door and Esther will open the door?
Because I'm at Esther's house.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that's where you were going. I got frightened.
So
when you said you knock my door and Esther will open.
I said, what am I doing here? He said, what are you doing? Is Jimmy at home? He said, this is not Jimmy's house.
No, there's also the one that also, you're in the sitting room, you want to go and use the toothbrush in the toilet.
Yes.
You get to the toilet and you keep looking at yourself in the mirror asking, what did I come to do here?
One time I was looking for my phone.
And it was in your hand?
It was in my hand. Jimmy, I almost wept that day. I wanted to cry. I said, I'm going crazy. I mean,
do you have this one when you wake up and sometimes you ask yourself, where are you?
Yes. Wait, one time I woke up and I hit the wall.
You hit the wall? How?
I got up on the wrong side of bed.
No, but there was one that happened to a friend of mine. He still drinks heavily.
God help him.
I have a common friend, Sojo Ishuese, will be laughing in his house when I crack this joke. This guy went out as usual. By the time he got home, Oti corrects. When they say, Oti wapa.
Yes.
Oti correct. Babati shekini. So he just quietly got into his bedroom, and in his own mind, he laid down beside his wife. Now, all of a sudden, he woke up and looked, and all he saw was a wooden panel. So he thought that he had died and that he had been buried in a coffin. So he started crying. He started crying. He confessed all his sins. He confessed all his sins and was crying. So apparently, when he thought he laid down beside his wife, he had laid down on the floor and had rolled under the bed. his wife who was on the bed, when she now strained her ear to find out what he was saying, decided that let me leave him to confess. So she left him there for a while. So when he later told us, he said, but somehow he now turned, because he lay like that, he now turned his head and saw a bit of light. And he said, maybe I can crawl out of here. This is the true story. This is a true story. This is a true story.
But strange things happen. Not even just age. Not just age. I went through a crisis at one time.
Oh yeah.
I went through a serious crisis. I'm even crying, laughing now. That day, I went to the French Cultural Center with my children. It was a Saturday. We went for a show. I came out looking for my car. I looked for this car for 1 hour. My children didn't know what I was doing. I didn't tell them.
So they'll follow you to the left and to the right.
Then I remembered, the car keys are here. Wait a minute, how did we get here? We came by taxi.
But your own case is different from what happened to an elderly friend of mine.
Yeah.
Elderly friend. Now, elderly friend, now I hope he's not listening. He must be in his almost 80 now.
Yes.
Now, this man was living in Ikeja. I use me. That's what I had an old friend who say. I use me with every sentence. Or like, Komi Adebilu.
Yes.
Every time he says something, he says, okay, to continue me. So this man lived in Ikeja and had this babe in Sulere. But what he would do, let's say the place was Babs Anima Town. No, let's say the place was Adelabu. He would go and park his car at Babs Anima Town and then walk down slowly, whistling.
Yes.
And go to the babe's house. On this fateful day, let's say for argument purposes, he got there around 3 o'clock. He whistled down the road. Then, when at about 7, correct, he was all well satisfied. He walked back to where his car was.
It wasn't there.
And the car wasn't there. He ran back to the base of Jimi moto. So everybody was rotting like Majek Fashe would say, heta scatter. That's heta scatter. Not saying I'm a boy. Everybody was heta scatter. He headed to the police station. My car was stolen. He said, what's it make in those days? It's a Volvo 244 DL, and they took the details and everything. After about 1.5 hours, no police must run you up and down. He now took a taxi and went home. On approaching the gate to his house, parked in his garage, neatly packed,
was the car.
And the key was with him. So he now wondered what could have happened here. So he got in. He couldn't tell his wife because of where he was coming from. He couldn't tell his wife. That what happened. He was still. Then it just suddenly struck him. You know what had happened? All the time, when Babati said the woman no. She had known where he was going. Oh. So she told him, woman, with the mechanic, because I think it was the mechanic that told him later. She told him to the house. When he had whistled down the road to go and meet the babe, they just used the spare key to take the car. True story. The man is a true story. At that time, the man was a GM in an insurance company. He never mentioned it to his wife. And his wife never mentioned it to him.
Wise woman and wise man.
Kept it there. But let me tell you the one that will floor you completely. This one happened to my paddy man.
And I know him.
No, you don't know this one. Happened to my paddy man in Kano who was working in the brewery. But working in the brewery, man, correct. Any given time, man, work by me. You know how we grew up now.
Yes.
I think close to about 90% of our friends at that time growing up, always had a bit too much alcohol.
That's right.
This is not to talk of the other one that you remember you
had and
that was I was able to kill him. So on this fateful day, my friend usually he goes from the office in the brewery there, they had a small club, they would drink, and then from there he'll go to his own club and then go to his babe's house before going home. On this fateful day, there was a cocktail. So the driver went to pick his wife at home so she could join him in the cocktail. Cocktail, Baba they entered the cocktail said, Baba ti correct. Oh, Santa wa Benny. When you go, your head is flowing like that. So he had his feel at the cocktail. His wife was with him. He had sent the driver away. So when they finished the cocktail, he just put his key in the car, revved the engine. It was the days of 504.
Yes.
Put it in gear. Guess where he headed? his babe's house
with the wife inside the car.
With the wife inside the car. So when he got to the babe's house, the guard already knew him. They opened the gate for him. My landlord he didn't come. So he came down, got upstairs to the babe's confidently, opened the door of the babe's house, and then went to lie down on the bed.
Where was the wife in the car?
The wife was waiting in the car. After a while, the wife now asked the guard that, Esther. He said, the wife said, Minini, waiting. He said, the man that I just came with, he said, you mean I'm for Oga? Oga, my madam and her husband, he don't go up, he did with his madam. So she went up, storming up. Meanwhile, the babe upstairs, something didn't quite look right. As soon as madam pressed the bell, and the babe listened, she just told the babe just told madam, will you come and get your husband out of here? On that note, we are going to take a short break. Take a short commercial break.
Number one, 4-6, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling nice, yeah. Come celebrate. Now we be the boss with them the final. Cause anything we do, they want to do. Anywhere we go, they want follow. We be the number one for this game now. Number one. Right now I'm on the pausing P. I'm too big, too much, they are watching me. All the fine girls steady cuffing me. As I pause, everything happens suddenly. Overnight they are calling me. I'm a boss, I'm in charge, they follow me. They know if you tell you, say they don't know me. Cause when you join pause, you're on the winning team. The way we dey take over, it's a coup d'etat. 4-6, not the code. It been a crew me while we on the head. We dey occupy the cyberspace. Yellow dropped up, right into a finer place. We design our frames. I see you like my gaze. You want to chill with us? You look quite amazed. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling
everywhere
nice.
You go, MTN.
Shikiratu, what do you want buy?
My madam send me make her buy toothpaste.
I get na. Which one you want?
Hey, I don't forget which one madam say make her buy you. Make her waka go ask madam, come back again.
Hey, just you want do yourself. Oh yeah, come. Wetin be your madam MTN number again?
Make her run go ask madam the one where she want.
You no need to go. We go just download WhatsApp for your phone first. Come snap all the different toothpaste wey dey my shop. Come send and give your madam for WhatsApp. You see, she don't reply. Oh yeah, take this one.
Hey, how you take do am?
Na MTN goodie bag oh. With this year change, you sef fit get MTN goodie bag.
Yes, so make your work easy. Well, with MTN goodie bag, you fit get WhatsApp for just 25 naira or buy 5 different ones like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter for just 50 naira on top MTN goodie bag. Dial *131# to start.
Dissecting the major news stories daily. This is the Morning Digest with Jimi Disu.
Yeah, you're right. Right back to Morning Digest with Jimi Disu on Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. Muyiwa Majek is my guest today. It's a tribute to him at 60. And being a Friday, we're doing all the jagwajatis, just things to just wind down, you know.
I think we need to, because Lagos is wind you up.
Yes, Lagos
winds you up 24/7.
That's why I just designated Friday to a day when, you know, we just relax ourselves, you know, there's too much tension. But I'm sure you're a bit worried about the kind of tension we have. Herdsmen, militants. Yes. We didn't grow up in Nigeria like that. No. I remember the good old lorries I used to go to the east back in the day. Yes. It took about 2 days to get to Port Harcourt.
Yes.
But it was fun. They stopped to eat at Ijebu Day.
That's right.
Stopped to eat at Ore.
That's right.
Eat at Benin, you know, and to take a journey then in a lorry to Port Harcourt 2 days across the country was a lot of fun.
It was.
Look at all the Osogbo people who drive taxis in Port Harcourt, in Kaduna,
everywhere.
Even
in the days of the trade fair, you know, Kaduna, the 80s, you know.
Don't talk about those Kaduna trade fair.
Yes,
it was fun.
It was fun.
I don't think that trade fair does it still take place?
No. In fact, I went to the hotel, Doba.
Our hair is a mess.
It's gone. It's gone.
And Doba used to be very good.
You know, we used to
and Hamdallah.
We used to book 1 year ahead.
Yes,
for Doba.
I'd book about 6 rooms. Then I was in Liver Brothers.
That's
and then the year after I left Liver Brothers, I came on my own.
I think I remember that year.
Yes, I came, and those bad calypso nights that you used to have.
Oh yes, back in please don't remind me. Get thee behind me.
But you don't remember the time I had to move from Doba to Hamdallah.
What happened? Remind me. That must have been
no. You know that when you walk if you work in a hotel as a female staff, you cannot have an affair with somebody who works in that same hotel. Then I fell in love suddenly, and then moved to Hamdallah.
Who was that lady? I can't remember.
You can't remember. We don't mention certain names. I'm just telling you about the incident.
I don't remember. I don't even remember.
Where is Kelly?
Kelly's around. Kelly's in Lagos. Arawori.
Oh, we used to have fun in his house.
Yes.
Used to have fun in
fact, we had a Calypso night in his house, remember?
Yes, that was the best.
That was the best. One of the best.
Where is the drink, Calypso drink?
It's there. I mean, it's still there.
Well, yeah. We can't talk much about it.
We can't talk much about it. But those were the good old days. Then I was handling the marketing for.
But let me ask you, Muyiwa, what happened to Jazzville? I still don't forgive you for closing down that club. It was the only place you could find real, raw, nice jazz back in the day.
And nice people.
Even though it was in Yaba.
Yeah, nice people.
Why did you shut it down?
It was time. I mean, even today, 2018, it wouldn't. I don't think it would have survived the times have changed. But
Lagos can still do with a good jazz club.
No.
You don't think so?
No. You see, then it was a different ball game. The actors, when I say the actors, all the Willie Bestmans, the Soronkos, the camaraderie that we had then. We've all grown older. That's exactly the spirit.
Well, apart from growing older, everything has become commercial.
Yes. Do you think I'll be able to afford people like the Sharp Band or God Bless and so on? I don't know. Jazzville was a home away from home.
What is the name of this band? There's a band. Is it the Sharp Band?
Sharp Band.
No, there's another band that plays. I think they're 30 years old now. They play very good music. They play at parties.
Sharp Band, God Bless. Maybe God Bless.
No, not God Bless. Is Sugar Band.
Sugar Band. Yes, Akin Sugar. Yes.
Oh, Sugar Band.
Akin Sugar. I discovered him at a joint in Ikeja, some club in Yaba by Airport Hotel in 1992 or 93.
Wow.
He was just there with a band, awesome singer. And then I invited him to Jazzville. And then from then on, we started doing gigs for the British High Commission, and then
Sugar Band. Now
It's big.
I went to a party.
Yes.
And I heard this band play Black Magic Woman, Carlos Santana. I was dazed.
They killed it. Yes.
They killed it
completely. Yes.
But music is not what it used to be.
No, it's its spirit, it's the attitude, it's the times. The times have changed. And as you get older, you tend to, you molt. You shed off some certain skin, you shed off the skin, and you go on to other things. If you ask me to start Jazzville again.
No, you can't start again.
No, I said, if you paid me $1 million to start Jazzville again, I wouldn't even know how to. I wouldn't know how.
If you got an offer of $1 million,
I would not.
You got to get the expertise. $1 million.
I would not. No way.
Not be small money.
Get thee behind me, Satan.
We have a call. We have a caller now. Good morning. Morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Mr. Jimi Disu.
Morning. How are you today?
Fine. This is Wale.
Morning, Wale. How are you?
Yes, I want to honor Majek of Majaro.
Wow.
Yes. Okay, let me tell you, my name is Shobo Wale Older.
Okay.
I know that name.
You know him.
Yes.
Old
Igbobian.
Oh, that makes it worse.
Yes. I followed you all over the years. When we were younger, you were the house captain of Thousand House.
You know my history.
Of course, at the same time, you brought us to Garfield, when it was the corner days, we were coming there. At the same time, you have done something for humanity by bringing Yinka Davies. So, and I wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
Please, don't tell us, because I want to sing one song for him.
Okay.
That's all the world may know.
What is this?
Is this a song?
Yes, that's it. That's the we call it anthem.
Of course, I know that what it is, and I'm angry.
You're jealous.
I'm jealous.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Bless you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, bye-bye.
But you know me, well, there's not much jazz being played these days. There's crossover music and instrumental music, but you don't get to, good real jazz.
I have a problem in the sense that sometimes you can't distinguish these artists. Everybody tends to sound alike. It's so clinical. Could
that be the function of it's mechanical, because most things are played on
digital now.
Digital music.
So it's so clinical. I mean, look, I still love those old sounding records, the crackling of the records.
No, I don't.
The old Louis Armstrong records, those Charlie Parker records. I mean, they had an ambience about them. But today's commercial, what I call contemporary jazz, well, that word it's also debatable. They all tend to sound similar. There's no distinction.
And has it occurred to you, Muyiwa? It just occurred to me now, as I'm talking to you, that you hardly have love songs even. Songs with lyrics that express love. You remember those days when we used to dance blues with Barry White, and Isaac Hayes,
Whispers.
Never Can Say Goodbye. But the one that I liked the most, Muyiwa, if I was at any party and I see the DJ bring out a record with a red label like that,
yes,
and there's no distinction in between, there's no mark.
11 minutes.
The tracks.
11 minutes. That's Isaac Hayes as standard.
It is a man. What it means
James Brown.
Is that you are going to dance that James Brown
for the next how many minutes?
15 or 17 minutes.
Gecko like to the wall.
They don't. Gecko like to the wall. They don't dance blues anymore.
No. Because
when I knew, I remind you, one of your children turned 18. And they had this all-night party at Jazzville. I came. Yes, now. I think it must be Olumiwa, the boy. I think he turned 18 or so. No, it was your nephew. Okay. It wasn't your son. It was your nephew.
Okay.
I think it was Auntie Falake's son or so.
Okay.
And they had the party in Jazzville. I was there till daybreak. And they kept on sweating and dancing. Some were even they weren't even dancing with in our own time, to be on the dance floor, they had to have a woman with you. These guys were dancing against the water. They were sweating. And the boys were all dancing together, and the girls
were dancing together. Yes,
people will not know that even in Fela's shrine, in the early days,
that's true.
My brother, I beg if you stay on the dance floor, if you not get a woman,
that's true.
Yes,
you're right.
Even Fela,
you're right.
He will always say, as soon as he will cut short his music and say, "My brother, I beg, please, right. Not fit there on the dance floor if you not get a woman."
As bad as Fela was, he had
yes. Now it looks like a madhouse to me. Yeah. Everybody just sweating,
it's the signs of the times. There's really there's no connection. There are no relationships. Everybody's into themselves. That's why this is look at their stature. Phone generation.
Oh yes, and
phone generation.
Only God knows what she's tweeting there. You want to see that phone unless it was there. I got another caller there. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
My name is Mohammed.
Yes.
I really enjoy the discussion you've had.
Thank you.
So far, but I wanted to ask a question. What do you think? Because what you've just said shows that our babas they are notorious, no be small. Yes, now all these stories you mentioned, they are notorious, especially when it comes to the opposite gender. So now the issue is what do you think about polygamy? I'm digressing. Polygamy and monogamy now.
Okay.
How do you reconcile the two? Are we really, as Africans, polygamous?
Are you asking me while you're asking me?
I'm asking the both of you because you have notorious stories.
No, I don't have any. Me, why you answer first? What he's saying, in essence, I think he wants to know your views on polygamy. Now, Muyiwa, before you answer this question, I hope you know that your wife is listening, your children are listening, and if possible, some other person might be listening. So, how are you going to reconcile all that?
Simply put, yes. I don't bite more than I can chew.
Can you chew two at a time?
No, I cannot.
You cannot chew guinea fowl and Greek chicken at the same time.
I mean, look, like I said, now don't get me wrong. You're talking about marriage here. I cannot.
It was talking about polygamy. Yeah,
polygamy. I cannot marry two
wives.
I cannot. It's impossible. I mean, I don't even in my crazy days, those crazy hazy days.
I know
we did some crazy things, and when you look back, you just don't want to go through.
Tell me one of the crazy things that you did way back in the day. That you are talking about when you look back.
You see, confession may be good for the spirit or the soul, but very bad for the reputation. Confession may be good for the spirit and the soul, but very bad for the reputation.
Yes.
I mean, we did things, I mean, look at the night we did it that we.
I still have that grudge. I'm still going to hang the guy one of these days.
I always talk about the unholy trinity, unholy trinity: wine, women, and weed.
Yes,
we trod those paths, those paths in those days. Would I do it? No, I can't do it now.
What did we get out of it? Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Headaches.
Yeah.
Heartaches. Sleepless nights. Drunk. I mean, it wasn't a life worth living. It was fun when we did it. It was fun then.
Well,
with hindsight.
But sometimes people do say that every day, of course, anytime you look back at anything, sometimes.
Yes.
But it was fun when it lasted.
Yeah, it was fun when it lasted.
But I think the thing to do is...
I think the craziest thing, let me tell you what, the craziest thing I did was, there was a dare. I was dared to jump into a pool one night, nude.
Jump into a pool nude?
Yes, and I couldn't swim.
But you are not alone.
And I did.
You swam?
Swank. I tried swimming, I ended up sinking.
I think I have a fair idea. I also have a fair idea of the venue. No. But yeah, I mean, there are loads of things that
we did that we shouldn't have done.
And one thing that I always see, I think life is about each to his own, because we never learned. When our parents told us these stories, we never learned. We tell our children still, they won't learn.
That's right.
But I remember there was this friend of mine, my dad's friend, who would always tell you, "Ask Kosinko to do really."
That's right. What goes wrong? I mean, life is a cycle.
On the issue of polygamy, I think there's a lot of hypocrisy. There's a lot of hypocrisy going on in that area. I think that Nigeria would be better off, or our people would be better off, if they acknowledge that let us be polygamous.
Yes.
Because look, it's hypocritical.
But men by nature are
the only
polygamous creatures.
The only person who I know on the face of this earth who has publicly confessed to the fact that, look, I can't love one woman.
It's Fela.
It's Femi Kuti. Not even
Femi Kuti. Yes.
He's the one who has stated it.
That's right.
And I respect him for what he has said. Now, I'm not saying, but don't let's be hypocritical about it.
Yes.
About it.
Yes.
I can almost tell you that on the average of maybe 7 out of 10 men have had one thing or the other to do with the opposite sex
outside
their marriages.
Yes.
And the numbers will not vary too much if you flip it over.
You mean
these days with the women? Yes,
true.
With the women, a ring on the hand,
it's no guarantee of security.
It's no guarantee
of security.
No
yes,
guarantee.
It's true.
Even some men, even when they see a pregnant woman, say, "When you delivered, let us." Some would even say, "Yeah, the world has changed." But what I want most from this world is, let us be truthful to ourselves.
Yes.
The less hypocrisy we have. In the days of polygamy, I mean, to a large extent, everybody accepted it.
What was the reason for polygamy? What was the reason? Then it was because it was basically an agricultural economy that time, and so you needed labor, and your wives and your children provided that aspect for.
Not just that.
Yes.
Remember that women got married very early. 18, 19, Fifoko, that's what they say, Fifoko in Yoruba land.
Yes, true.
In the north, it's probably even younger.
True.
Then, in those days, there were wars and everything.
Thank you.
So, you could find a
20-year-old was decimated.
Yes. Then you could find a 20-year-old widow.
That's right.
And nobody wanted to marry a fresh wife who was not a virgin, because you had to display the bed sheet. And you have to display the bed sheet the following day. Or
the palm front.
So invariably, it made allowance for people widows who are young, unless you wanted them to end up as prostitutes or whatever.
Yes.
For somebody to marry them.
That's right. It was expedient then.
It was expedient then.
Yes, that's right.
And maybe it's even still expedient now.
I wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. I mean, most. I mean, there are some men that wouldn't because they can't afford to. But some people are playing the ostrich. Yes, some people are playing. They are playing the ostrich. Truth be told, but it's a very touchy subject. The woman will start calling in now and putting up on. And meanwhile, it's the same woman that will call in that after would tweet.
You know, there's an Igbo proverb. This is from Chinua Achebe's.
Which one?
It says,
I hope it's not the one that don't.
No, an old woman quivers when old bones are mentioned.
Proverb. That's a safe one.
I think both of us are quivering.
No, but you know, Chinua Achebe has some very bad proverbs that you can't.
Oh yes.
But Things Fall Apart was a fantastic.
It was a fantastic novel.
I've read it. I think I've read Things Fall Apart conservatively maybe over 50 times.
Recently? I mean,
well, over time.
Over time.
First of all,
I'd love to read it again, though.
I have it on it's on my iPad. I usually read it during flights. Fantastic. It's a fantastic
classic.
But again, I suddenly discover that I don't read much these days. To have too many distractions. I'm almost becoming a gadget addict. Yes, between doing WhatsApp, finding out what's tweeting and whatever, you don't really have time to sit back.
I think the reading culture there's a wane, there's a drop in the reading culture.
I used to love the good old days. You just sit back and enjoy a book, you know.
Then libraries. We used to go to libraries.
Thank God for GTB, what they did in Yaba. Yaba would have had no library.
No library. At the old library, I think they've
Now, talking about libraries, I think that I would wish our governor, I know that he's they monitor this program.
Yes.
Would ensure that every local government chairman builds at least one library in his local
government. Yes.
I wish they would do that. And even if you can't look for corporate companies that might be willing to to assist in this area. For example, you could build the library and you could get some of these banks to buy the books to put there for these children.
Just give me an idea. Maybe I should even start a library myself. Maybe. I don't know. You just give me a great idea.
Where would be
that little old Jazzville?
The Jazzville, just
maybe, I don't know.
But you must make sure they don't take the books away.
No.
You just come in,
sit
down.
I still have a whole range of jazz books on jazz, documentaries and things like that. I don't know. Let me think about it.
Think about it. But what happened to Jazz Africa Network? What is called?
That was Jazz Africa Network. Jan.
It's gone.
Tunde Kule Teju, myself and Wayne Matigvi. It's gone. It's gone. It was also affiliated to Jazzville.
No, that Jazz Africa Network had me, you, and T-Mac again.
They were
the first trustees.
They were the first. Yeah, they were the.
Where are my trustee fees, sir?
So 20 years after the fact. I don't know. I mean, jazz for me is it's somewhat it's history for me right now.
Yes.
I'm focused more on altruistic.
What do you mean by altruistic?
I mean the foundation I run, Children with Disabilities.
Tell me about this foundation. Tell me.
It's called the Down Syndrome Foundation.
Okay.
It started over 17 years ago. It was founded by a lady called Mrs. Rose Modi.
Okay.
In fact, I'm a foundation member.
Okay.
And basically, it was set up as a advocacy group, support group for people who have children with Down syndrome. Because my firstborn, BJ, was born with. In fact, BJ is 30 this year by the grace of God. So it was created to help be a voice for people who are voiceless. So I've been a member since inception, and only joined as the administrator and vice president. I think was it last year or year before that. It's been such a long time now. So that's my new passion.
Tell me because some people might not understand what Down syndrome is. Just generally, what exactly?
Let me tell you what it is not. It is not a disease. It is not an ailment. It's just a genetic. A fluke in nature. You have an additional chromosome. There are 46 chromosomes, and you have an additional chromosome, which causes that condition.
And it's recognized from birth.
It is recognized. In fact, it starts at conception. But when you're born, when the child is born.
Did you know that your son was before he was born?
No, it was after he was born.
It was after he was
but
born.
I didn't
How
know,
long after?
No, immediately after.
He was born as he came out.
As he came out.
He had a fair day. Okay.
Yeah, but we didn't know what it was called. We didn't know what it was called. I'm not even sure if the doctors really knew until much later. I remember it was the doctor, Dr. Egijiru, said that this child has Down syndrome. And I don't think that time there was there internet? There wasn't internet.
When BJ was born, there was no internet. There was no internet when BJ was born, no.
So there was none, yeah. So eventually I found out what it was, and I just had to.
But because I was there when he was born, of course.
Yes, you were there.
And I must give you credit. Very, very great indeed. Let me tell you something you don't know. I've always used you as an example about how well you and your wife reacted to the birth of this boy.
Yes.
Some other families, I'm sure, had same situation. They ostracized the children. They kept them apart.
You're right.
But brought him out. All of us grew up with him.
That's right, yes.
We all showed him love and everything.
That's right, yes.
But I'm going to whip the guy, even though he's 30, the next time he calls me pregnant.
You're lucky he's not here. You're lucky he's not here because he was going to accompany me.
The funny thing about BJ is that in spite of his condition, he's so witty.
He's very witty, yes.
He's so witty. He looked at me one day. I just finished eating that famous rice and beans, that we buy down the road.
Yes.
Down the road from your place.
That's right.
And I was there with my soft drink, with this Orobo, big one. And my belly was like that. And he just looked at me and said, pregnant. And since then, that's what he calls me. And it always tickles me when, here is a gentleman who can go through normal school and whatever.
Yeah.
He's very witty. He has rhythm in his head.
Yes,
he plays the conga.
He plays with bands. He plays with occasionally with Emeka. Unfortunately, Emeka's shut down his band now. Keys or Edward.
And then on the day of your mother-in-law's funeral,
yes,
I saw him dance. Oh my God, he has so much energy.
Rhythm. He has energy
and rhythm.
Yes.
So it's not. And this is a lesson for us
for parents.
For parents,
yes.
That look, there are ways by which things like this can. He's so much love by his sisters, his parents,
that's right,
his favorite uncles and his favorite aunties, and he's living a fairly normal life. But can he live on his own?
He can be semi-independent, but not
under some kind of control.
Under some kind of supervision.
Yes. Moving on, he's 30 now.
Yes.
By the time he's in like his 50s and 60s, he still have to be taken care of. But then his siblings, of course, because by that time
I'm actually looking for a job for him right now.
Oh, okay.
So if anybody, let me tell you, let me even announce it on radio.
Yes.
On radio now. In fact, there was a function some weeks ago which Sonny Ade performed. Sonny Ade performed at this disability function,
Okay.
And he played with the band.
He did?
He sang with the band. So right now, I'm looking for Sonny Ade. Anybody who knows Sonny Ade, please, my son must join his band one way or another. Or any other band. Because he sang with the band and the band backed him up. He was doing a lot of praise songs and things like that. And he did so well. And I remember the representative of the deputy governor was there and gave him some money to encourage him. So we need to encourage. It's about inclusion.
Does he know the value of money? Does he can go to the shop and buy?
To be honest with you, do I know the value of money myself? Because money has never really motivated me. You know me.
No, but you know what I mean by in day-to-day handling.
He can, but
he can go out by himself.
He can go up, of course.
Okay.
He goes out by himself.
Okay.
In fact, his favorite hobby is taking a walk every evening.
Okay.
He likes to take a walk every evening to Unilag.
Which is like a safe.
It's safe. It goes around the whole neighborhood. My only fear is that he doesn't like dogs.
Is it that he doesn't like them or he's afraid of them?
Both.
Oof.
He's afraid of them. He doesn't like dogs. So my fear is that if he's walking one time and the dog approaches him, he might. So that's my fear. So I'm looking for work for me as a musician.
But you do have music in your family, though, because I remember that your other son, that little rascal, at the age of, how old was he that he played with the band?
He started playing with
I think it was your 40th or so.
My 40th, he played with Omo Ibadan, the late Omo Ibadan.
Yeah, and he was just about
3 or
4.
And then by age 5 or 6, he was playing with...
we didn't have smartphones then to record.
By age 5, he was playing with Orlando Julius. Yeah, by age 4, 5, 6.
Where is Orlando Julius?
Orlando Julius, I think, is in Oshogo. I think so. I don't know.
But he's not in Lagos.
He's not in Lagos. No.
I don't get to hear of him.
No. But he travels often. He travels for concerts often. Travels for festivals often.
That's one Nigerian musician that hasn't been well celebrated.
Yes. It's very unfortunate.
Yes.
That is happening.
It was Fela that drove him out of town in the 60s.
So I'm told. I really wish I knew what the story behind that.
It's a long story. Some of it can be told, some can't be told because you can't verify. Verify those things. But all kinds of stories went round. But Fela he attacked Rex Lawson directly. Some competition or whatever. Fela has always been a roughneck.
Outspoken.
He's always been a roughneck.
Outspoken.
We need to take a short break. I'm going to play some music for you. Who would you like to play?
My good friend, Yinka Davis, of course.
He's our good friend, not you.
Sorry. Our good friend, Yinka Davis.
You can't claim soul
Yinka
ownership.
Davis.
You can't claim soul ownership to Yinka Davis.
I worked with her for many years. So, if you have to come back to the music business again, Yinka Davis I would like to work with. I won't tell you lie.
What about this lady, Asha?
Asha is another long story. Asha is a long story, but...
what's she now? I don't get to hear of her.
Asha is a long story,
Okay, long story, but where is she?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's a pity.
Right, we'll take a music break to celebrate Majek's birthday. We'll play some. Which Yinka Davis?
I think, for example, I think my mother, my late mother, according to Yinka Davis, I think my late mother had some input into this song. I think it's this song.
To this, for example?
I think so.
Okay, so we dedicate it to your mom.
My mom, yes, on behalf of myself and Yinka.
I miss those good old chinchi and everything.
It's the pancakes, the cakes, and the.
Who is there nobody in your family that can?
Muyiwa.
He's going to be making pancakes and.
No, he does. He makes cookies.
He makes cookies.
Yes.
Here comes the cookie monster. We'll be right back.
Controller go show data. Who be your guy today?
Keziah, which size of that Ajebo video you won't watch? Big or small? Oh yeah, choose Angie.
Yes.
Na Emanuela video you want download?
Yes, now.
Any size you want. Oh yeah, choose
Controller.
Jay Baba, you dey fear that officer Titus video size? Baba, you dey dog. Waiting be my name.
Controller.
Oh yeah, choose You say be data oga with the new YouTube Go app. Choose video size before you watch am. Download YouTube Go app, make you take control.
Controller go show data. Who be your guy today?
Vane. You know need play that how to cook banga video if you know sure say na him you wan watch o. Take check am before you watch am.
Controller.
Guy, na all that highlight video you dey play. No need again, Joe. Take check am before you watch am. Bam.
Control.
See your head tie. You never find better how to tie gele video, abi? Call my name.
Controller.
Take check am before you watch am.
You set be data oga with new YouTube Go app. Touch live videos before you watch am. Download the new YouTube Go app. Make you take control.
From the center of excellence, Lagos Talks 91.3. Let's get talking.
Dissecting the major news stories daily. This is the Morning Digest with Jimi Disu. major news stories daily. This is the Morning Digest with Jimi Disu.
Sorry, you're welcome back to Morning Digest with Jimi Disu on Lagos Talks 91.3, and I still have Muyiwa Majek Dumi, my good old friend, Muyiwa of good old Jazzville. This is in celebration of his 60th.
Thank you so much.
You don't get to be 62 times in a lifetime. Though, Nigerians always change their age.
Especially if I work in the civil service.
If you work in the civil service, or if you're a soldier. Ambassador said he doesn't know his age. I have a classmate who I have a classmate. We have a caller here. Sadiq, we have a caller here who wants to say happy birthday to Muyiwa. I think we have a caller. This is from Unileke. She's the one calling you.
Unileke.
Kemi. Of CQ. Yes.
Kemi.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kemi. Great to hear your voice.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
And Happy New Year.
Same to you. And thank you for coming to the center the other day. I think it was last year you came when you donated some money to the foundation.
You will see me again this year.
I sincerely hope so. I really hope so. Thank you so much. This is a most pleasant surprise. I am most humbled.
You're welcome.
I am humbled, in fact, I'm most humbled by even being on Jimmy, this crazy man's show. I'm really allowed to take crazy on phone. I'm allowed anyway.
Well, I mean, hey, anything goes as long as you don't mind ending up in prison.
Oh, sure, go on. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Kemi, is there anything extra you would have loved to say about Muyiwa, or you love to say to him? Is there anything you'd love to say to him or say about him? No,
we'll do all the talking.
She's one of those radio shy people who don't say the thing quickly and run out. Okay, so I was talking about, who was I talking about now? I was talking about, that's another thing that happens when you're at this age.
You tend to forget.
You just tend to forget. But do you feel fulfilled at 60?
I asked that question to myself. I asked myself that question a few weeks ago, and I would say yes, I am.
You feel happy. You feel happy with yourself. You're at peace with yourself.
For the first time in my life,
yes,
I'm at peace. I didn't realize I was so much under bondage. There was so much
pressure.
I mean, so much pressure. I mean, outside your walls, there's no light, no water. I mean, all kinds of things. But I've decided it's a conscious decision. I made a conscious decision to be at peace.
Yes.
I made a conscious decision to get closer to God.
Okay.
And that's the most important thing. I don't have any money. I'm not rich.
I'm not going to ask you for money.
No. Get out of here. That's bushman. You're such a bushman sometimes. Bushman. We can take the man from the bush. We can take the bush. So, but this is the first time in my life.
Yes.
Even when I was running, Jazzville, I wasn't running Jazzville. Jazzville was running me. It was only when I stopped it, that I realized that I was under bondage.
Really? You consider those days?
Let me tell you why. For 3 years after I closed Jazzville, listen, this is a true story. 3 years after I closed Jazzville, I couldn't sleep every Friday night. Friday nights were
those days were
for
good.
3 years. From 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. my eyes are wide open for 3 years.
Even if you took a sleeping pill.
I didn't try sleeping pills. I don't want to get hooked on those things. I went through a crisis that period, But for 3 years I could not sleep. And then my mother died last year. I was taking care of her as well. And then I just said,
This is it.
I need to be at peace with myself. And I am at peace. I have money. I don't have money. I'm at peace. I'm at peace here.
When I say where?
Here, with you, here.
Yeah, with me here. Of course,
because sometimes you're dangerous. You're a dangerous mongrel. Sometimes.
Yeah, no, I mean, so I have my days.
Only goes when you go to bike. But
I have my days.
I am fulfilled. I'm fulfilled. I think I'm doing what God wants me to do, even at the foundation. What I do at the foundation, because your life, you're a tool in God's hands.
Yeah.
Your life is not about you; it's about what you can do for other people.
But I don't think that people do realize that if you run after the things of life, the finishing line keeps shifting.
Thank you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
First of all, you think it's 100 years dash.
Yes.
Then it goes to 2. It's not to 20.
Yes.
Before you know it, you are doing the marathon. So it's good that, and I hope people do discover this peace early enough in life.
It's also a personal decision.
The same thing applied to me. Look, what I do every day.
Yes.
Believe you me. It's now that I know that I shouldn't be doing anything else.
You mean this? What you're doing here?
Yeah. It's now. There's a good friend of mine, John Ade. Who were in university together. It's been very nice to me, very good friend of mine. And one day he just sent me a small note and said, I listened to one of your shows on your blog.
Yes.
And Jimi Disu, you have now found yourself.
Wow.
That's
deep.
Yes. He said he knew me as far back as 75. He said you have now found yourself. I do this thing now as routine. Wake up 3 o'clock. I don't mind the early hours. 5 o'clock, I'm on the road.
Yes.
Everybody keeps saying, why would you hit the road at 5 o'clock for a 7 o'clock program? And I usually say to them, you don't know the discipline. People think this job is easy. It goes with the discipline.
That's right.
Okay? It goes with the discipline.
That's right.
So that when I leave at 5 o'clock, 5:30, I'm here. I remember you two in those days of Jazzville. You have a show at 2. You begin setting up at 6. By 8 o'clock, you do your first sound check.
My sound check, yes.
And then you're good to go.
I'm good to go. Yes.
Same attitude that I have.
Right, yes.
I'm not going to be one of the young people who saunter in at 10 to 12, panting, grabbing the mic. No. And as I'm doing this thing up till 11 now, believe you me, I'm just fine.
And you're fulfilled.
And I'm fulfilled.
Thank you.
This year, after this vacation, I've now come to realization that Nigeria is not going to change much in your lifetime. So the less you think about it, the better you will be. You must learn to adjust. Nigeria is not going to adjust for your own sake. You must learn to adjust.
My principle, let me tell you what my principle is. You see, there's so much darkness out there right now. So everybody's complaining about the darkness. Everybody's complaining about this. I have decided, I have made it a personal decision, conscious decision that rather than complain about the darkness, I'm going to light my own candle. I'm going to be a light. I'm going to light my torch. So if you like, come.
But is lighting a candle, is it a religious thing for you?
No, it's not a religious thing. It's about doing good.
Okay, it's not whether you're a Christian or a Muslim,
or
Hindu or whatever.
You are going to an area because religion is delusion. Let me tell you honestly, religion is delusion.
Yeah, in a way, I agree with you.
I'm not joking. Religion is delusion. I sat down one day. Let me just finish with this. I sat down one day and I looked at the universe. The universe as an entity, it's undivided. I looked at the 4 seas or the major oceans, all the oceans, Atlantic, Arctic, Indian. There's no division. It's just one single entity. You see, these divisions are in the figments of our imagination. I'm not joking. God created man, man created religion.
Yeah, but but I'm sure you know that one of the biggest religion has contributed a lot to some of the problems that we've had.
A lot.
People
a lot. Most. Oh, in fact.
And I remember we used to say something about that was speaking in tongues, not tithes. Yes. But you're a Christian, right?
Even that word, I rarely use this. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Okay, tell me.
Because it's going to cause. I like to be controversial sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's the way you are.
When Jesus Christ came, he didn't come to set up another religion. In fact, Jesus Christ did not come to set up Christianity. Jesus Christ simply came to reestablish a relationship between God and man. End of story. Every other thing man has done is just stupidity. It's just man's figment of the imagination. Everyone's running helter-skelter like headless chickens. I sit down and I look at everybody. They're just going through the motions, the men's doctrines. Look, they are spiritual, just as they're natural laws. Law of gravity, law of thermodynamics. They are spiritual laws. You break those laws, they work against you. We work.
Period.
You don't have to be a Muslim. It's just waste of time.
But it's still. But do you go to church?
I am the church.
You are the church.
Yes, I am the church.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ did not come to set up a building of clowns.
I don't know if you're a Christian. I don't know if
I am a Christ follower.
Yeah, Christ
I am
follower.
a disciple,
not a Christian.
I am a work in progress. I do not define myself by any of men's definitions.
So, since you are the church, do you pay tithes to yourself?
I give.
You don't pay tithes. You give.
I give.
But in any case, since you were born of the Christian faith anyway, this controversial thing about tithes, I'd like to know.
Let me tell you something about Christian faith.
Yes.
The fact that you are born into a Christian family does not make you a Christian.
Yeah.
It is a personal decision. I'll give you another story. The fact that you're born into a Muslim family means you're a Muslim. You don't have a choice. Well, this is
yes. No, it can't be like that.
Okay, all right.
Wait, wait. I want you to explain.
Okay.
The fact that you are born into a Christian family doesn't make you a Christian, but the fact that you are born into a Muslim family makes you a Muslim.
Yes.
How does that work out? Tell me.
Well, you see, that's another controversy. Maybe that's the story for another day.
After, I still have about 10 minutes.
Look, your walk with God through Christ is personal.
So what about for Muslims? It's not personal.
It's not.
What is this?
You see, we are entering dangerous zones.
Yeah,
you want us to go further?
Unfortunately, we don't have to.
Let's not go further. But I want people to think about these things. And
the part I don't understand is how.
The fact,
wait now.
Jimmy, wait, because you've been bullying me all these years. I know you're older than me. I know you're going on 90. Listen to me, it's your show. I agree, it's your show, but listen to me. Your decision to follow Christ it's personal. The fact that I was born into a Christian family does not make me a Christian.
You still have to make that decision to follow Christ.
You have to make that decision. That is why when we talk about infant baptism, it's unscriptural. Look, I want you.
Well, I get. No, let me put it in plainer language now.
Yes.
And I get what you're saying. What you're saying is that as an adult,
yes,
before you can call yourself a Christian, you have to make a personal decision on that.
Bagam one.
Irrespective of how you were born.
Yes.
But you don't know whether the Muslims ask that you have to make a personal decision. You don't know that. Or do you? No, you don't know that.
No.
Do you know? Have you read the Quran?
Don't.
I have a baby in the house. But I still won't let you out of this studio unless you tell me what your thinking is about this controversy on tithes.
Jimmy, let me tell you something.
If you have no comment, you say you have no.
I rather the tithe.
Yes.
Was under the Jewish law.
Yes.
You get my point. There is a law of giving.
Yes.
And
the law of tithes.
I give.
Mm-hmm.
But must I give? I am a church. I can pay tithe to myself.
So you pay your own tithes to yourself.
I give.
We all give. I mean, people
can
give to their bodies.
I give to anybody in need. Jimmy, I was in church one day, many years ago when I was a heavy church goer.
Mm-hmm.
I was in church one day,
mm-hmm.
and I saw this woman with 3 or 4 kids. And I remember I had a bit of money on me that day. And something just said, son, I heard in my spirit, that woman needs that money. I heard it. I heard it distinctly. The woman needs the money. So after service, I tapped her on the shoulder, gave her the envelope, and I disappeared. If I see her tomorrow,
you won't know her.
I should just simply she won't know me who I am. But did I fulfill? You see, we walk by the Spirit. We walk by faith. We walk by the Spirit, not by the law.
So by your own reckoning, it's not
personal.
compulsory.
Listen, this
personal.
Is the personal, and it comes by revelation. Now, if you run with what I am saying without getting the revelation, you may miss it. So you need to.
Did you get the revelation?
I did get the revelation.
How?
By communing with my God.
When I hear people say they commune with God, I wonder how that takes place.
Jimmy,
do you sit in a quiet area?
Thank you. Just as you get up in the morning to come to work at 5 o'clock or 3 o'clock. I wake up at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm quiet. I'm in God's presence. I'm seeking His face.
Do you move to a quiet area because your wife might be snoring by your side?
How do you know my wife snores? She does snore.
But you know there's hardly anybody that doesn't snore.
Yeah, but anyway.
So she'll be snoring by your side.
You know my little office downstairs. Sometimes
downstairs,
I'm in my office, my little cubicle downstairs. I'm there. But sometimes I'm in my bedroom. Most times my wife sleeps in the sitting room. In fact, 90% of the time,
she'd have been, she's a strong MFM. She'd have been fasting, praying, and everything overnight and fall asleep on the couch.
You see, each and every one of us, we're all on a spiritual journey. Every one of us here is on a spiritual journey. You must find that path. And the sooner everybody finds the path, the path, the better for them.
Is the destination the same?
The destination? When you say, what do you mean is the destination the same?
Say find the path. I mean, the path leading somewhere. Is the destination the same?
The nature of the spiritual journey is the same.
But the destination is different.
You choose your destination.
And choose your arrival point.
You choose your, you don't choose your arrival. I mean, you can choose your arrival. Thank you. You can't choose your departure. You can choose your arrival. Your arrival. You can't choose your departure. How you live your life determines where you are going.
So tell me what your natural day is like now.
My natural day is
you wake up in the morning.
Apart from
and do what?
coming to this program like this, I mean, God, thank you for having me.
No. When you do wake up in the morning,
I wake up in the morning 2:33.
You say prayers till when?
There's no specific time limit. It could be 2 hours. It could be 3 hours. It could be 4 hours. It could be 1 hour.
And then what do you do?
And then I hit Unilag. I go into Unilag.
You go to walk
exercise.
For how long?
1 hour.
And then come back.
In fact, I even call it my Jesus walk. With that period, I use it to meditate as well.
Okay.
In fact, there's so many revelations I've gotten over the years. I dare not mention them here.
Please, save us.
I dare not mention
the way
them
you're
here.
looking.
I'm very upset with what's going on in
the way yes, if this had been on TV, people would be holding their chairs. He's not going to drop a bombshell.
Look,
do you find yourself having to watch what you eat now? Consciously.
What I eat watches me. No, but seriously, no, actually, what the time I eat, I try to avoid eating after 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I used to be awake all night.
And then I eat more vegetables, more tomatoes, more fruits, less biscuits.
But no, what about alcohol?
Occasionally, I may have a glass of wine, red or white.
But you no longer hate the bottle.
Jimmy. Oh, Roger, I enjoy.
I wait now. Don't
suicidal.
There's somebody here. There's somebody particularly on this that has been monitoring me on WhatsApp.
Who's that?
Every sentence you make, you say so. Every sentence. When I said, for example, that I used to take 6-7 rooms in Doba back in the day. Yes. She thought that I stayed in all 7 rooms. I forgot to add that then I was head of Liver Brothers and I needed it for my staff.
Exactly.
But she interpreted it to mean that Baba had 7 rooms and then
seven rooms, 7 wives.
7 so she forgot that. Yeah, but it's on a lighter note. It reminds me of one day in Jabita.
Yes.
He put 2 babes in 4th floor and another set of 3 in the 2nd floor. Yeah, and he was going up and down and we were hailing him. Do
you realize that's why he never put on weight?
His appetite was but I think it's an Egba thing. You know, some Egbas that we know also had the same kind of appetite.
I'm Egba.
No, well, no, we're not talking. But you know the man who doesn't know his age and hair, his sexual appetite is very high. Then then call on me for okay, mommy Moshudi. Cash. Between Anikulapo of blessed memory, Moshudi of blessed memory, and the one that doesn't know his name, they can wipe out. I'm telling you,
either wipe out or fill up a whole village.
They can fill up a whole village.
A whole village.
I think there's something about Abeokuta people. Something about Abeokuta people. But you know that when it comes to the other one, in terms of clearing acres of bush, nobody has a record of Anikulapo. Baba le mo plantation. Muyiwa, thank you very much for coming. So happy birthday. This is my big birthday present to you. Minus that little one which will grow into a bigger one.
Amen.
You just don't know the God might speak to me and tell me to tell somebody that
somebody. Is there somebody here?
Somebody here. What a darling. Congratulations, we were at 60.
Thank you so much.
You look good.
Thank you.
But I look better.
That's what you think. You're allowed to delude yourself.
So that's where we're going to end it today. And that's the end for this week. Again, we start on Tuesday morning digest. Remember now, we don't have what we would call resident guests. We have a new guest every day. Back on Tuesday again, we'll be back to politics, talking about Fulani headsmen and so on and so forth. If there's any session of this that you've missed, by 12 noon tomorrow, it should be on my blog, jimidisu.com. Now, once in a while, just go there and see what's going on. I'd like to thank the fisherman. Today is Esther's last day. Esther, thank you very much. We're going to miss you when you go back to campus.
Thank you.
All right, baby. Esther is one of the interns that usually pass through this place. And maybe it's a time for me to just say a happy weekend to my good friend Zach Omitowoju, who was also here. You know Fumi Omitowoju.
Yes.
Her son.
How old is her son?
How old was Zach? How old is Zach? About 18.
Are you serious?
He was wow. Yes. So have a happy weekend. Drink in moderation. Learn some of the lessons from some of the things that you heard today. And go out there and enjoy yourself. Don't worry, Nigeria won't fall.
And no suicidal activities.
So that's where we're going to drop it off. Muyiwa, thank you very much.
Thank you too.
So I'm going to have let's go have a beer.
At what o'clock in the morning? You're not.
No, I pay for it. See you next week.